Alright, here's the transmission out of 67. This was rebuilt by somebody, but not me. So the sprocket's getting pretty worn right here. So I'm going to put a new sprocket on it. We got a new throwout bearing for it over here that was never installed. And man, they got a big ass plug in that thing. This is supposed to be the screwdriver slot plug, not this big hex thing.
I might have one of those in my stuff. I'll look around.
Yeah, they're aluminum, just polished.
Right.
I wonder if that's oversized. I'll have to check to see if that's a special oversized one. This is pretty loose in here too. Now this bush in here you can actually beat down a little deeper so it doesn't come up so far right here. If you notice the taper is right here.
Yeah.
So you can go a little bit deeper. Now this is not on center. If you look at it, this is below center. When it's over here.
Okay.
When it's over here, it's the other way. So if you look at it this way, you can see that gravity's normal position is going to be like this. So it's just below the center point. So we can put a washer in here, thin washer, we can find one. That would center this up on the center of it. And then we can put a washer over here, take up the rest of the slack on this side. And we can knock this bushing down a little bit if we want, or just leave it up, it doesn't matter. That'll take out half this slop that we got. It'll center this up a little bit better. It does have the cotter key version in here, which I like a lot better than that stupid E-clip. And fall out. This push rod goes into this piece here, but see it has enough slop, it doesn't really matter if it's moving up and down a little bit. I don't see no wear mark where it's rubbing too much on it. Assuming it was been together like this for a while, who knows? We don't know. Alright, so we're thinking about taking this cover off and going back to the stock one over here. The little thin one. Make it look stock. And then they didn't put no sealer on the counter shaft here, so that's a place to leak. They didn't put no sealer in the end of the shaft here, so that's another place to leak. Did we have the vent screw here? Yeah, the vent screw, that's good. Okay. So you can see they've had this all apart, they marked it. Looks like it has a new gear set in it. But we don't know if the forks are on center or not, so I'm going to go ahead and do a shift fork check. That's binding up right there for some reason. And they're not engaging. See how it binds up a little bit? There it goes. Pretty tight. Feel it?
Shouldn't be like that.
No, it should slide nice and easy. Can't tell if the dog in there is made wrong or not. A lot of the gear sets, this high gear was made wrong. The dogs down there were made wrong. Yeah. This one company had 250 of them that they still had left in inventory when I found that there was a problem. Plus they had about 20 more gear sets that were still selling. They just kept selling them. They didn't care if they're made wrong. But, this one looks like it's probably okay. I can't tell if the dog's in correctly because it's marked on the side where you can't see it. I just don't like it binding a little bit. Alright, we're going to check the shift fork alignment to make sure that's on. Jeez. Yeah. It's supposed to be in play in that thing. There's none. See it move?
Barely.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, see, it's not moving. It should be moving freely.
Right.
That's weird. Why is it bound up? It's a lot of drag. Here, pull on it, feel it. Feel how much drag is on
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that. That's supposed to be free floating.
Oh, just like the motor.
Yeah, screwed up. Yeah. This all appears to be good. It's hard to feel drag though with a. It has drag on it, but we're also, got spring engagement, so.
Sure.
I don't like that counter shaft being so tight.
I guess if we blow it apart, we can put some sealer on the shaft.
Well, I can do that from the outside.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's maybe this is tight or something. This is supposed to be a Phillips head screw in here, not a stupid round head, as I recall. Definitely not supposed to have a big fat washer like that. See any rotation?
Oh man. That's not gonna work at all.
This thing's all chewed up too. This is the fine tooth gear, and that's a coarse tooth.
Other than that, everything looks okay, except for it's not.
Yeah, I think this is might be the wrong gear ratio in this thing. It definitely was eating on it.
Yeah.
Not sure. Well, either way, it's bad. It's
Yeah.
the shaft is frozen in here because I can see all the rust on it. And then it broke free on this side where it's pressed on. I think there might be some issues in this training. What do you think?
I think it's time to.
Take it apart and double check it?
Yeah.
No. Great. We were trying to just put it back together and be done with it. So much for that plan.
Glad we're not.
Alright. Great. Okay. Let's check the shifting while we're this far. Let me down here.
Is the light on?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's got issues too.
Do you want it to shift?
Kind of important.
Oh, it has issues. Yeah. I think there's some issues involved. It appears it doesn't want to shift. I'm not sure why. Yeah, the ratchet mechanism appears to be unratcheting. I'm sure that's not very
Maybe they took all the rat shit out of it.
That could be the problem. Something got a hold of that and eat on it. Yeah, it does rotate through. Just doesn't work. Okay. Well, there's not too much wrong with it so far.
Other than everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, well, this is wrong. That's for damn sure. All right. I guess we'll start with this part. Appears to have some issues. Oh, my missing Allen came back. I'm sure that couldn't be it, right? Nope, that wasn't it. Yeah. Scratches up when you do that.
Yeah,
You don't care about that either?
not so much.
I guess I broke the screws free first. That we don't round out the heads.
It's got grease in it.
Yeah. Looks to be flat, not hitting. I don't see any impact marks where something's not correct. It's definitely got grease on it. Appears to have springs in it. I get accused of throwing stuff around a lot.
Mm.
Does it sound like I'm throwing? I think they put the plungers in backwards. See, it looks like the plunger in there looks like the hook is going this way instead of that way.
Mm. a beeping noise?
My heart monitor. They gotta tow your bike away. Yeah, I think they had these in backwards. Be my guess.
Well, if you put them in the right way and it works after that, we'll know that's the problem was.
Yeah, that's about it. Like I parked. So now you get that on this other side here. There we go. It's like a rat trap, but different. Yep, somebody's walking in. There you go.
Hello?
Yeah, come on in. Big black one.
Killer attack dog.
Okay, they go in there like that. Yeah. Give me just a minute there.
Hey. I hear somebody growling. I hope I don't get bit.
Oh, you're all right. Come on over here.
We
Come
hope
into the light. You'll be fine.
We hope so too.
I'm Bobo's friend.
Yeah, I knew that.
Already?
Yeah, we're videotaping right now, so.
Oh, how-to video.
Yep. How not to screw up a 4-speed tranny,
Okay.
like the previous guy did.
Wow. I take it between you guys, it's probably 100 years experience.
I don't know that much experience with the camera.
With the camera? I'm not going for that. I know you know how to work on these things too.
All right, that failed. Usually it goes in better than this. And that one's good. Must be the other side. Yeah, the one over here turned already. Where's that gasket at? It goes over there. Alright, time for a rest break.
Alright, back at it.
Yep. It's a lot closer this time.
Yeah, you said take 5, that's all.
Well, I took this off too, which would give me some problems. Okay, it's still not down all the way. There it goes. And we're still getting the gasket over here. Come on, it's biting me. All right.
Almost like it's supposed to.
Almost like it's supposed to be that way, yeah. Now, do you think they maybe test the transmission to see if it would shift?
It probably wasn't important. They had it all put together right, so why bother?
That's right. So, shows you how much you checked anything.
Yeah.
All right, so, now that's correct. Now, do you want me to leave this off so you can paint this, or,
Yeah, leave it off.
or put together and paint it?
Well, you can put together, I can paint that. Put together so it's not over.
Okay. ahead and put a little sealer on this just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Usually don't get much oil in these things, but
Yeah. Seal it anyways.
if it does, it'd be nice if it didn't leak. Now I'm assuming that before I button this up, the timing might be right. It'll be nice. See a notch on the gear right there?
Mm-hmm.
There should be a mark, a tooth somewhere. Damn. Don't see no mark. Oh, that must be a mark right there. Yep. Did you hear it when I clicked into it? Hear it?
Mm-hmm.
So the mark's on that tooth, and that tooth was right in that spot, so it is timed correctly.
Okay, you got that right, huh?
They got that part right. We'll give them that one. Now the other thing you got to check is the timing of the actual plate, because that notch that was down there. I need to check to see if that was 100% on. You're supposed to do it in a higher gear, not just where they were at. So can't check that with the assembly. If you let these springs from hitting in the face, it's your fault. Got this mark right here. So you're supposed to put it in third gear. Realistically, just about any gear will work. So there's second gear, so you gotta make sure it's lined up.
Okay.
There's third gear. That's the gear you're supposed to check it in.
Okay.
And we gotta make sure that's tight. It appears to be pretty damn tight. Okay, so they got that part correct also. Okay. Now who took this back out? Dumbass. More work. Okay, so you're gonna hold these in with your finger. And the flat spots go on the inside. And you've got to catch them in the gear as quick as you can. Okay, now. Now there are tricks you can do to make this easier, if you want to. You can put a zip tie around this or a piece of tire wire to hold them in,
Mm-hmm.
and then pull it out after you get it in. But I'm lazy, so I don't do it that way.
Got it.
Practice.
Experience.
Cold ass hands doesn't help.
How many gloves?
Can't work with gloves. Can't stand gloves. Okay, so you got a flat spot on the gasket. It matches the over here, if you look at it. So if you put it on backwards, you should be able to tell pretty easily. Okay. than sufficient. So it rubs on top of this right here, so you want to make sure you got grease on that part, not there. And you put a little extra down there if there's any extra. This has that same flat spot on it. Line it all up. Okay, you got 5 screws and 1 different one over here. See a little short one?
Mm-hmm.
So don't put the short one where the long ones go.
Where's the short one go?
Right here, that doesn't have to go into here.
Uh-huh. Makes sense.
That's why they have a nut on there. Which is right here. But there's no room for a lock washer because it's right up against the tranny case. It's just right up in here.
Okay.
Actually, it sits right in here. Other side is the back. It fits in the front. Before you get too far, make sure it lines up. Okay, now I go ahead and torque them all. And remember, you're tying up into aluminum, so don't get too carried away.
This ties will go in just a quarter turn instead of half turn, another half turn.
Quarter turn less, and after you strip it, back it up a quarter turn, you'll be fine. Usually Allens have a pretty good bend to them, you get good torque to them.
Yeah.
But these ones not quite, where it just starts to bend. Don't go more than that, because you got,
Yeah.
the holding power is not real heavy. Let's see, crescent wrench. But that's a pretty good indicator. Makes it you can bend them a little bit more. See, this one has a nut on it, so it's steel. You can torque it more. See how you bend the wrench a little bit further? That's good torque. It's like a torque wrench. You get a little bend something, it's probably got a good torque on it.
Yep.
Okay. Now, this here. Off this excess. Now, when you put this thing all together, you put a little grease on this side here because the cover rubs on the inside. Okay. So that's all the way one way. That's high gear. Third, second. Pop across neutral, hit low. There's neutral.
Like you should have in the first place.
And it shifts like it's supposed to. Imagine that. There's neutral. Yeah, why didn't I do that the first time? They just wanted me to waste time, that's all. Okay, so that's done. Okay, now, I'll check my shift pattern. So, these are dowel pins, they go here. Well, that obviously doesn't work. We're going to check it. Need to get it on backwards, dumbass. So now we'll go over the drum. Okay, now we got to get to where you can shift it though. So, that drops in the slot right there. See if I get in the right spot it fits in. Lock it down. Nice and free. See? Now you're going to rotate until this one comes in. And now that you're up, see how it's slightly different than what it was before? Different transmissions, every train is different. That's why I used the gauge. Okay, now this is that setup for neutral right now. Put it in there like that. Make sure the bushings are on there. These are bushings. Okay, now you check your pattern. So right off the bat, see how the gap looks thinner on this side and this side? But that's not how you check it. So what we do is we shove everything over. See, you got clearance and everything?
Mm-hmm.
So you check your clearance, rotate it around, sharp over there. Rotate it around until the gears line up with each other. Some of these you can hold, some you can't. Somebody should be free. That's not a good sign. See, we're in neutral. We're supposed to have a neutral. We have no neutral. Frozen up. So that means if we put it in gear, it'll probably lock up. Yeah. Sharp. The keyway here gets you more than the threads do. Okay. It's a little stiffer. It's supposed to be. See?
Yeah.
So that's not good. So remember how that motor was really tight?
Yeah.
Guess what?
Same with training.
The same guy worked on both, I can tell. Okay, so this is all set, but we can't do it right now because the transmission won't move. Okay, so we're gonna go into this thing. Got no choice. Now we don't know what's bound up on it, so we'll take it by, let's get the sprocket off first, see if that's what's binding. Alright. Then I'll pause for a minute.